we have to pursue peace. If you want to have peace in your life, you're going to have to really want to have peace. And you're going to have to want it enough to be willing to make changes in order to have it. But let's talk about some of the anger that's in the world today. And, you know, it's one thing if somebody hurts your feelings and you get angry and you deal with it and get over it. But, you know, there are people that have deep-seated anger. And can I just say that if you are blowing up all the time over petty stuff and things that don't make much sense, there's something wrong. And it's something that you may have buried or forgot about a long time ago. But let me tell you, it's our secrets that make us sick. It's the things that we need to deal with and get out in the light. Invite God into those dark places of your life and get to the root of things. I was angry and blowing up all the time. You know, an angeraholic. Their theme in life is you made me mad. Well, Dave made me mad because he played too much golf. Dave made me mad because he watched too many sports. And my kids made me mad because they were messy. Somebody else made me mad because they didn't make me feel right. Somebody else made me mad because of this and this. And if you would just stop making me mad. You know what I'm talking about.
Oh, yeah. Yes,
you know, I saw a movie about a guy that was a wife abuser and he beat his wife all the time, and every time he'd beat her up, he'd say, "Now look what you made me do." If you continue my word, you will know the truth. The truth will make you free. The truth will make you free. We need to ask God to come and mess in all the dark, deep, secret places of our life. And we need to be ready to get to the root of our behavior. I was angry and blowing up all the time. And to be honest, I was just very hard to keep happy. I was a high-maintenance individual. I know none of you are like this. And I didn't realize that it was still from my childhood. That I was angry. I had deep-seated anger in me because I'd been abused as a child. My childhood had been stolen. I never really got to be a kid. And not only because of the abuse, but I had a shame-based nature. I was operating from a basis of shame. I'm sure at some point I started out being ashamed of what my dad was doing to me, and then somehow or another I internalized that and became ashamed of myself and thought, well, there's something wrong with me because he's doing this to me. Must be my fault. And I had a record playing in my head for years, what's wrong with me, what's wrong with me, what's wrong with me. And I thought because I left home and got away from the problem, that I didn't have the problem anymore, but I had it in me. And there is value in letting God and the counselor of the Holy Spirit show you the root of your problems. It's amazing what understanding does for us. You don't have to go on a digging expedition, you know, but ask God to show you. Ask God to show you. And there was something wrong with me, and I didn't know what it was. I loved God, and I went to church, and I wanted to be nice. I wanted to be better, but I didn't know what my problem was. For example, I had a very difficult time showing mercy to people. I was just harsh and hard, and I had my rules and guidelines, and if you didn't follow them, I was going to be upset. Don't I sound like I was rough to live with? But just for my benefit, is there anybody that's tracking with me and you kind of know what I'm talking about? And maybe if you're not like that, you're living with somebody who is. I think my congregations are split in half. You're either like me or you're like Dave.
Good one.
And I can help you on either end. And so God showed me after I started asking God, why do I have such a why am I so hard-hearted? Well, one thing, I was afraid to be tender and soft because I thought if I didn't, that I'd get walked over, mistreated. I was afraid to really trust God to be my vindicator because in case He didn't come through, I wanted to let these people know that nobody was going to push me around again. Because you know, when we do things on our timetable,